From my perspective as a law student, when I opened my eyes and saw legal aid, there was Russ Overby. And it's been that way ever since. Russ Overby was our conscience and our authority and honestly our bedrock. Whether he was helping one person or reforming the whole welfare system of the state of Tennessee, Russ was there. He made the difference for us as lawyers. He made the difference for every client that ever came into his presence.
One of the earliest cases that Russ took on was education and other services for children who were incarcerated. It was a time when a lot of solitary confinement, there were disciplinary procedures that bordered on torture, and again, Russ and the others eventually were able to get the state to agree to reforms, and major result was the closing of a number of very ancient state correctional facilities and the reduction of inmate population and opening of somewhat more modern facilities.
The Samuels case was probably, certainly the largest class action case legal services, legal aid ever handled. And it involved the decisions that the Social Security Administration was making about people's disability. Russ and other lawyers filed this class action lawsuit. And so as a result of that, notices went out to 70,000 people. We calculated that the benefit to our clients there would be something north of $500 million. So it really was quite an accomplishment.
Well, for many years during the time that Russ was actively involved in influencing the implementation of TANF, enabled us to keep our caseloads at a level that was literally the highest in the country, because we were not sloughing them off the way other states did because of harsh rules. We were making sure that the TANF program actually fulfilled its promise of helping people make the transition from welfare to work. And that was just largely Russ's handiwork.
John B. was the class action lawsuit that TJC filed to make sure that kids should not go without any kind of service that was medically necessary, because there was a dispute as to who should pay for it. Russ and Michelle and Gordon were the three primary attorneys involved. And the thing about Russ is, he's always been so compassionate and so devoted to making sure that people have what they're entitled to. And so, he was just an amazing litigator and advocator for the services kids needed.
Well, he was involved in several of our big class actions, but as important as those were, for me at least, that's not what I will remember Russ for the most. It's his quiet, steady, day-to-day work, doing really, in some cases, spectacular work for one client at a time.
Well, the interesting thing is Russ has been a zealot for his clients in so many different ways. I mean, he really did landmark work in juvenile law, Social Security law, and there's just no advocate who has done more in this state in welfare law.
All of us have relied on Russ because he knows so much about the SNAP program. He knows the food stamp program. He knows so much about Families First. He knows so much about disability. He's an encyclopedia of knowledge.
You are so authentic and so dedicated to your clients and to helping them that even our adversaries recognize that. That's enabled you to achieve results that would have never been otherwise available to the rest of us. It's really a testament to your strength of character.
I've known Russ since almost the first day of law school. Russ has been able to spend mountainous amounts of time working for his clients, but he has never let anything get in the way of caring for his son through some very difficult times. Of all the inspirations, at least to me personally, that makes Russ the human being that he is.
I think it was typical of us then, as young lawyers starting out. We had what I like to refer to as that Promethean fire. burning in us that made us want to do this work and keep doing it. And I think that has burned in Russ throughout. Well, Russ would never give up trying to help a client solve a problem. He would chase every case as far as its merits would permit. To me, that is the definition of a zealot in the practice of law.